So let's get to Tom Piotrowski. Tom, so the ASX was up, what, 2% last week? It was down 1% yesterday. What's this kind of choppy waters telling you? Is it just a correction yesterday?
Yeah, it's a good question, Pete. On the one hand, you have got noise that relates to the trade situation, for example, and then on the other hand, you've got the substance around how companies are delivering their earnings numbers. So there's a bit of push me, pull me between those two outcomes. Last night, there's still a lot of discussion around trade. There's still an uncomfortable subject bubbling away in the background relating to an effort on the part of the US administration to perhaps unsettle the US Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. A Republican congresswoman has referred the refurbishment matter at the Fed to the US Department of Justice, suggesting that Mr. Powell perjured himself in testimony, which doesn't go over very well when it comes to the lawyers. So this sort of stuff's going on in the background. But last night, overwhelmingly, earnings numbers pushed US markets to record highs in the early part of trade. So at the best levels of the day, we had the S&P 500 up by about 0.2%. It waned towards the close with a gain of around 0.1%. The Nasdaq up 0.4%, but in both cases, the S&P and the Nasdaq hit record highs. So that's encouraging. The Dow Jones down by around 19 points. Telecommunications stocks did quite well because Verizon, which is one of the leading mobile providers of telecommunications services in the US, Pete, delivered much better earnings. Their revenue was about $1 billion better than what the market had anticipated. Not quite $1 billion, but nonetheless, that was enough to push the shares higher by around 4%. And there's, I suppose, some optimism ahead of some of the Mag 7 earnings, which will be coming out in coming days, and that includes Alphabet and Tesla. So all of that, quite a bit to get through. But the local share market, even though we were down by 1%, to your point, Pete, it's only expected to kick off with a gain of about 0.1% when we get underway this morning. So
a sliver.
Not getting much of a bounce after yesterday's fall.